Hey, what's good, everybody? Happy New Year. Hopefully, you guys are all well. I wasn't planning to go on here today, but um, what do you call it? It's raining, so it's raining quite a bit. So I was like, man, I was planning to go to the mountains and make snow angels and stuff, but I guess that's not gonna happen for a while. Maybe I'll go later, right? But anyways, I wanted to hop on here and yeah, just see what they want to tell us for the first day of 2026. Let's see. 2026. Let me know how you guys spent your new year and all that good stuff. That's funny. As soon as I started, the incense was blowing the other way, and as soon as I started this, it came this way. And I got this like numb feeling right now, like which isn't bad. It's like yeah, when something wants to communicate kind of thing. So all right. I don't know why I was drawn to this angel deck. Oh wow. Interesting. The Tower. Wow, this came out. Hey, Linda, good morning. Happy 2026. That's funny because I know this came out in one of the signs yesterday. So let me see. I don't know if this will be considered naked by YouTube, but Uriel. That's a god I'm not too familiar with. Like I've said it before, right? Like the three that I actually had, that actually appeared to me was Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael in a dream, right? But Uriel, like it says, the fire of God, the tower, disruption. Oh man, warrant of disasters, aids in transformation. So that's interesting that's and the fool. Okay, well that makes sense, right? A tower. So maybe it's already like what had happened, right? A tower collapsed, and the fool is the beginning of the journey. So yeah, kind of, I don't know. Well, I mean, this character isn't naked or nothing, so hopefully YouTube doesn't flag it. But look at the Fool, the Exalting God, number one. So it's the number one card in this deck. That's interesting. And it says, Will and new beginnings assist with difficult and great undertakings. Wow. So, wow, I like it. Vehuia. I don't know, Vehuia, if that's the Fool. So the Tower and the Fool, bam, right out the gate. So let's see. The Tower and the Fool. So I guess that's the energy. I mean, it's pretty cool for the first day of the year. I mean, why not? So maybe a lot of us collectively had some kind of tower moment, or the collective did, right? Or if we haven't, like maybe, but just know it's all for a new beginning, right? I mean, it feels like it already happened personally, but Uriel, I gotta look more into the angel Uriel. You know what? While we're here, let me know if I mean let me know if you know anything about him or Uriel is a prominent archangel in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic tradition known as the light of God or fire of God. Okay, it says fire of God. Associated with wisdom, prophecy, illumination, and divine justice, often depicted with a fiery sword, which he has, or scroll, guarding the Garden of Eden and helping figures like Ezra understand God's plan. Wow, okay. So there's some kind of understanding that Uriel is bringing, right? Maybe that tower moment was a little confusing for some, right? Maybe there's a lot. I woke up with a heavy heart, right? My heart felt a little heavy and sore, which is funny because the other night I dreamed that I was going into this arena, right? So maybe that was kind of just showing everything that had happened in 2025, right? Um, so maybe, that was a collective energy of after like a huge kind of battle. Yeah, like Uriel showing up to show why everything happened, how it happened, right? The reason things had to happen the way they happened because it was a tower, right? The tower had to collapse. So we could have a new beginning, right? The Fool. So that's pretty interesting. All right. So let's see. So did you do anything for New Year, Linda? Was there any specific way you celebrated it or rang in the New Year? Oh wow, look at I like that. I know this had been coming out, the Empress, right? Well, in this deck, well, no, she's not naked, so hopefully YouTube can't really say nothing about that. Look at Mother Fertile, Divine Feminine, Creation, Abundance, Nurturing, Stability, Pregnancy. So, and it's Libra right there, it's Libra and Taurus. So, um, it feels very balanced, right? So maybe that tower had to happen so the collective could learn how to be in that receptive energy. Oh, and that's what that was come. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense now because in the other reading I did, it was about healing the mother wound, right? It was really important to heal that mother wound before going into 2026 because that is the energy of receiving, being abundant, right? So that makes sense that the Empress. So it looks like a lot of the collective was able to do that, right? I almost pictured in my head you know, like that, right? Like the tower about to fall and some people trying to hold it and then some just being like, you know what, forget it, just letting it fall, right? Like just letting the tower just collapse. And that's part of that energy, right? To just let things happen how they were supposed to happen for the new beginning, right? So that's really what it's all about, having that new beginning. So I like it. It's good. New beginnings. And it's funny because it's the card number three and it's literally the third card that came out. So this feels very synchronistic right now. Everything. So, okay. Anything else? Nine of Wands. Yeah. See, like that. I know in the other deck, right? In the Rider Waite, it's nothing special. No, that's beautiful. Um, yeah. Here the fireworks go. I was hoping it wasn't gonna, because then my dogs will go crazy with all the fireworks. But yeah, sure enough, at midnight they still were popping fireworks, even though it was raining. Um, so here, I mean, it was raining, so it wasn't like there was a lot to do here anyway. So that's all good. That's all good. Yeah, persistence, setbacks, final push. I don't know. It doesn't feel like setbacks in this case, right? The way I'm feeling it is just, the nine, right? The nine closing it out, right? It was a 9 year. It was funny because I watched the series finale of Stranger Things, and it was 9 years that Stranger Things had been out. So just so many nines, right? It finished. I'm sure they know, right? That show had so many interesting spiritual things, right? And the fact that it lasted 9 years as well, right? So 9 years of Stranger Things, you know. Hopefully that's not what I'm sure things are gonna get stranger, but it's all good. Right. So let's see. Anything else? Yeah, it was very to the point. Oh, so for some, I guess maybe you could still be in that energy, right? Feeling betrayed. The Five of Cups is which one? I'm trying to picture it in my head. The Five of Cups. Is that the one that doesn't want to take the new cup? Let me see. Right now, I'll use the other deck right now. But still, nonetheless, right? It's the betrayal. So for some, if maybe there was, right? That whole um Nine of Wands. Oh, okay. Oh wow, okay. Five of Cups. Disappointment, loss, grief, and regret. Yeah, it's the one looking at even though there's like the new things coming up, right? Still just looking at the past and yeah. So maybe somewhere in this energy, betrayal, loss, sadness, separation, loneliness, breakup, regret. Mm, so that makes sense. Okay, one more and then we'll go into that's funny because under is the hermit, another nine, right? And the hangman. Hmm. So maybe some are still in that energy, right? Really haven't. Well, yeah, I guess, right? If some are still in the hangman, it's still not completely grasping why the tower had to happen. So, there's that energy of once the light bulb hits, then that's kind of when you come out of the hangman, right? I know yesterday, right? There was that energy for one of the, like, I think it was the fire signs, right? About TikTok, TikTok, right? There was something, yeah, walking away, Eight of Cups, right? Letting go. Yeah. So what did you have to let go of? I heard the word control, right? So for some, maybe it was about, yeah, let me finish the collective reading first and then I'll get to the questions. Um yeah, for some, because I heard control, right? Some had to, we all had different lessons to learn, right? Obviously, right? So letting go of what? Some had to let go of control, some had to let go of a relationship, some had to let go of expectations, some had to um let go of blaming others, right? Like there's so many things that it's pretty simple like when you think about it, but it's like easier said than done, right? It's about in the journey, like would you rather like it's like that saying, you rather be right or happy, right? There's some things that don't really need to like you don't have to keep arguing about certain things that when you see it from the other side, it's here it matters, right? In this 3D reality, it matters, but on the other side, it's almost like they laugh about it, right? And see, that goes with what I'm saying. It's an illusion, right? There's things that here we create that no, this is how it's supposed to be, and we hold on to those things, and that's what brings the unhappiness. That was like the Buddhist teaching, right? It was all about attachment, right? But when people think attachment, they think to like people or material things, right? But it's also about the idea, right? We attach to these ideas. Look at there's people that attach to the religions, right? And the religions send people down a rabbit hole of unhappiness, really, because everything that they're teaching you about this is how it's supposed to be. So that's how you stay. And there's so many things that could have probably brought you happiness in your life, right? It's okay to have discipline, have morals, have integrity, and all that, but there's certain illusions that hopefully, if the angel Uriel did his job, then he brought that tower down on you, so you could see past the illusion, right? And look at there, right? There's two towers too, right in there. So hopefully, for a lot of the collective, the illusion collapsed during this past year, right? So that makes sense. Hey, Brittany, happy 2026. Exactly. I love that word, inconsequential. When you leave this world, yeah, exactly. Sometimes we all have to remember to just take that time to, you know, and it really is all ego at the end of the day, right? And there is such a thing as healthy ego, but to just want to win that bad that you'll trade happiness for uh for being right is just sad, really, at the end of the day. And I'm not just saying it to say it. Like obviously, look at some of the collective is sad, literally. Betrayal, loss, depression, sadness, breakup, regret. The last word, regret. Well, there's a regret because maybe something's clicking, finally seeing, well, shoot, did that even have to happen? Right? Right? Because then it does, right? Sometimes, I mean, I think that's a very natural human thing, right? I felt like something moved behind me. I don't know what that was. Like it's very right? If one person says something and the other person wants to defend themselves, and it escalates, boom, 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 right? So someone always has to kind of be the bigger person if there should be peace. And I feel like this big old thing right here on my solar plexus. So I think that's an important message that I'm supposed to be delivering, right? Like sometimes, yeah, that's a big thing, right? That's a big thing. So what did you do for New Year's, Brittany and Capricorn Sun? If while you're waiting for me to finish this collective, so I could get the questions. Wow, and this is what that's about, right? This is an argument, but it's almost like the same. Really, what I just said about it didn't really have to happen in that way, right? See, it's abuse. It says abuse of power, right? The throat chakra. Something didn't have to happen, right? Look, at falta de comunicación is like falta is there was a failure to communicate, right? And it's what's the word? Man, the sabotaging, self-sabotage, that self-sabotage, self-sacrifice. Engaño though too. See, there's like betrayal. That literally betrayal, but it's like you betray yourself too in a way, right? You can be so caught in the illusion of no, this is what I want that you'll betray yourself, and then you're sitting here like I feel sad, I feel betrayed, but really it could be you betraying yourself as well, right? That's what it is. See, like I won at all costs, and then after being like, well, what did you win, right? Loneliness, depression, sadness. Like, okay, hey, it's like that saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes or whatever, right? So, oh, okay. Solo Solange. Oh, okay. All right, is that what you're saying? You did, Cody, or is that a question? Um, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So did I say it? Yeah. There's a decision, right? There's some kind of decision, I guess, which is the energy right now, the collective, which is fine. It's the beginning of the year. For me, obviously, right now, it's like, do I go to the snow in this rain? I'm probably not. I'm sure the roads are gonna be closed, right? Because I actually looked it up, and I saw the roads were closed, so it's probably a lot of snow. But I'm gonna have to wait. So that's my decision for right now. Oh, interesting. Wow. As I split the deck, the devil in reverse. That's funny. I was like, wait, are all the cards flipped? No, it's just the devil. As I split the deck, pretty interesting. The devil in reverse. Hmm. That's pretty interesting. Let me see. Pretty interesting. The devil in reverse. So yeah, maybe some of the collective was able to see again, right? The solar plexus feels like it's lighting up. I think some of the collective was able to see what was keeping them bound, right? And maybe it was that, right? Just an idea, right? An illusion of being right over happy or something. Because wow, I'm getting all that like the solar plexus energy. I mean, I wouldn't think that would be affecting that for some reason. Now my nose is itching, so I know there's some kind of communication there. Absolutely. Well, I think it's us, right? I think we need to not give the devil power, right? Like not I think after all the things, right, that we went through, I think we should be knowledgeable enough to not give the Oh, and I think, I don't know if it was just astrologers or I heard probably some readers say it too, but that this next year is going to be about the ego. So, woo, actually, I mean, the devil is going to, I mean, you know, the devil's going to be probably having a field day with that one. Because it's the ego, right? Like I said, there's healthy egos, but man, if some people haven't, like learned to check their ego, that's going to be a huge thing, right? We're gonna have some egomaniacs out there. Just yeah. So what is it? I think isn't that in that movie Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino that at the end it's really I forgot if it's ego or something. At the end he's like it's that other guy or pride or so. Oh wow! And then well I reshuffled and I put the devil right side up and it came out right. But I won't take it. It's funny. Probably just because we're talking over here. He's like, I'm gonna be there in 2026. Yeah, so that's funny. Well, but we gotta know, right? We know the tricks, right? We should know the tricks by now, right? The shiny things that get waved in front of us, right? The little shiny things. Hey, don't you want this? Don't you want that? You're not really happy with that, right? You want more or the ego things, right? Little whispers. We gotta know. So I mean, even in this reading, right? The devil's already letting us know, hell yeah, I'm gonna mess with you guys in 2026. So, but as of right now, when it came out in reverse, it seems like a lot of us learned that lesson, right? So just don't fall back into the look it. And as I split the deck, the 10 of cups. So a lot of us are gonna find that 10 of cups in 2026, but just know, yeah, we're gonna have opposition. When you're happy, that's when things creep in, right? Oh shoot, I forgot. I was showing the hopefully YouTube doesn't flag that. But yeah. So now we know. We know that's gonna be the challenge in 2026, right? The devil's gonna be, trying to whisper little things, right? It reminds me of that saying, like, be sober, be vigilant look at that. See, it seems like 2026, there's gonna be a lot of I heard the word reconciliation for some of the collective, and I don't know. I wasn't expecting to even say that, or that's not what I was gonna say from this card, but I heard that word. So celebrations, probably reconciliations. There's gonna be a lot of people getting it, right? But when there's good things, right? When it's good things, that's when something tries to creep in, right? And you could see it as a test from the universe. You could see it as the devil, working his mat, doing his job, really. I mean, right? So you can't really blame if you can't blame something else if you're not aware enough to know, oh, nah, everything's good. There's no reason right now, right? Like, so it's just something messing. What? Hey, how do you pronounce that? Anaya or Ania? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Izzy. Megalomaniacs. Yeah, that's what it's called. Wow, why did my throat do that? That's interesting. Collective message about the person that passed. Oh, okay, absolutely. Well, go ahead, type in the question, Brittany. Let me know. Let me see. Happy New Year. Yeah, Hanaya, you can ask a question. I passed away that I was. Oh, okay. Answer me this. Ask what he wanted for Christmas. The guy who passed away that. So what do you want to know? What he meant by something shiny or what's Oh, okay, Capricorn Sun. Let me go back to your question. That's right. Okay. So I'll get with that. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for the the collective overall, right? Okay, let me pull this one. Wow. Brittany types in what she was gonna type, and then I'll get Capricorn Sun. I know you were first. Yeah, okay. Let me do one from this past live deck, cause funny, nothing's coming out, but my head started lighting up as soon as I picked up this deck. So I don't know. No, that's not what you want to tell the collector. Mm, okay, maybe I'll pull it after then. Felt like they wanted to say something with this deck. Okay, fine. Hmm. Well, this was under, but I don't know. I'll get back to that one. Okay, so Capricorn Sun, Anthony, right? Okay, so how does Anthony feel for Capricorn Sun? Anthony, let me fill these ones back in, even though. How does Anthony feel? Mhm. All right, Anthony, what do you want to say to Capricorn Sun? Oh, okay. I feel like there's someone that's, I feel like there's someone that really considers everything, right? I don't feel that overthink of emotions, but it's not a bad thing. That's not something that because going into 2026, that's what I felt was the theme, right? Like people that came into unions were probably gonna be a little wiser in the way that they chose their partner. It wasn't just gonna be like in a lustful way or things like that. So it's not necessarily a negative thing, right? They probably do see something successful with you, but it's like someone that's really just they would have to make sure it's almost like they would question, even if it looks good on paper, they would really take everything into account, right? It's like someone, right? It's almost like the energy I'm getting, it's almost like someone because they're emotionally intelligent. It feels so correct me if I'm wrong. If this isn't Anthony, then whoa, something just moved. That was interesting. If it wasn't if this isn't Anthony, then let me know. But it feels like someone that's emotionally intelligent, like they will consider everything. Like, well, I have kids or I don't have kids. This person has kids. I this, I that. Like they're taking everything into account. So that's kind of what I'm getting. It does look like there's an interest, but it's just someone that's gonna really take everything into account. Because I don't feel like someone that gets ruled by their emotions, right? Just like sitting like, So yeah, maybe they've been through things already in their life with relationships, right? So they're able to just sit still. Because I don't feel like that, right? Which, like I said, isn't a bad thing. That was a theme for 2026, right? To look at relationships a little more in control of yourself, right? Not just, having the lust and just boom, charging. Okay, he is smart. So yeah. So it looks like, yeah, there's someone that's considering something, but I think they would have to make sure. See, okay, when I said that, yeah, I felt a little bit right here in the heart, but there's someone that would just really have to make sure it's in their best interest, I guess. Maybe even in your best interest. Is this really something that's gonna flourish into something, right? So that's what I'm getting from that, right? Let me see. Okay, so who else had a Let me go back. I know Brittany. I think Brittany, right? Man, I feel like I. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Let me see. Yeah, what was Noha? I don't know how do you pronounce your name. Noha. Okay, you just want like general love question. Let me see. So Brittany, let me see. I'm trying to scroll back and look at your exact question. So the person that passed was right after. Oh, was your issue resolved? Right away I heard yes, but let me see what what they said. To know if he was at peace with you. Okay. Well, I heard yes, but let me see what the card said. Brittany. Hey Sanja, Happy New Year. Yeah, see? Yes. I don't know, maybe there's something about that action that you took in going to that my gut's lighting up with that. So that made the peace right there. Just you going, right? Who isn't gonna like I know if I was on my deathbed and someone went to visit me, like what am I gonna say? Like, even if in this human body, nah. If someone like what do you say to that? Like, hey, you came to see me while I'm on my deathbed. Like, I think as soon as the spirit went, right? Like it was like boom, like good. Like you were good, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Everything was good after. So not even after, during, right? Like I feel like hmm. I felt a pressure right here, like on the side of my head. Was there something with how did he pass? Was there something? I don't know why I felt that pressure, right? I don't know if that was like him giving me confirmation of that or something. Like, did he ever have anything like a some kind of tumor or something? I don't know why that it just happened real fast, like a pressure on the side of the right side of my head, like that. So I don't know what that was about. Let me see. Absolutely, you're welcome. Let me see what else. What else? If anyone I missed your question, just retype it because I think I went way too. Let me see who else had a question. Who had the love question? I know there was someone that asked just. Oh, no, highest. I don't know. Hi, Sam. No, hi, Sam. Okay, I'll pull for you. You just had a general. Oh yeah, just retype it because I got it's just too. There was Okay, Hanaya. What was your question? Let me see. Hanaya, your future husband, and okay, future husband for Hanaya. Future husband for Hanaya. What circumstances? Hmm, that's funny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this. this is patience too, right? There's something with patience and rest, right? So, have you ever gone to retreats or something like that? Maybe you'll be on vacation somewhere for the purpose of like kind of recovering. There's gonna be something where you're just taking like a time out, maybe. That's what I feel, right? It could be an earth sign, right? Because this is it came out too with the heart, right? Obviously, so and that's what you're asking about. I don't know why did my I mean this is a I almost feel like the first time you meet, there's really not you're not gonna say nothing to each other for some reason. But maybe you'll remember this person and somehow they'll come back into your life again at some point. But it's gonna be like someone you probably meet when you're maybe they'll spark your interest. It's gonna be one of those weird things, right? And that's how you're gonna know. I heard the word serendipitous, right? Like you're gonna see them, you're gonna remember them for some reason because probably that, right? It's gonna be someone you're gonna, end up coming back in contact with, right? So maybe because you're gonna be on some kind of taking time for yourself, you're not gonna really say nothing, but you're gonna notice them, right? But I guess there's something with patience, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting. So, um, and maybe maybe it'll be like you'll remember them and you run into them again, oddly enough, and you're gonna be at that moment like, hey, weren't you at that thing when I went over there or something? And and then that time around, right? Something like that. So let me know. I don't know if I'm still doing this when it happens. Let me know, right? Um, I'm not getting too much of a time frame here. But this is a Libra card, maybe. Well, that's the thing is, I guess when that happens, if you end up going on some kind of little vacation or a break, it's almost like when you go and then you're in this distant place and then you meet someone that happens to be from the same town you're from, and you're like, like if you live like in the US, let's say you lived in New York and you're vacationing out in LA and there's someone and they happen to be from New York too, and then you see them again back home or something. Something serendipitous. I heard the word. I know there's a movie called Serendipity, right? So maybe you watch that movie and that's gonna kind of be a similar story, right? Okay, so let me see. I know I lost it with the let me see. Oh, thank you, Sanja. Did I read your question yet or let me see. What was your question, Sanja? Yeah, who else had a question? I got lost, so just hey Samantha, good morning. All is well, all is well. Yeah, so who else had a question? Because I know I kind of lost the questions. I know I got Brittany's, I got Light F, Light F. Should you call Junaid tonight or tomorrow? Okay, let me see how can I ask that question. So you call her just call right now. Why even if you already want to do it, just call right now. Let me see. Should you call today? That's the first thing. What is that? I felt like the pressure right here underneath. So I don't know if that means like to go ahead and let me see. think nothing wants to come out because I think that was the answer. As soon as I read that, it was like right now. So I don't know. I guess that could be it. Wow, yeah. Yeah, that's it right now. Call. You feel like calling, just call. Yeah, look at yes. It's the, you know, Ace of Cups, emotions, all that stuff. So I still feel the pressure here though. So I don't know what that's about. I think that's about expressing something, right? So um how back emotions, unspoken words. So yeah, just speak yeah, how back yeah, blockage in self-expression. So you feel like calling, call. They said right now. So let me know how that works out. Oh, hey, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, post your question. Andrea. I always forget how, because I know everyone says it different. Will S break no contact? Izzy will S break no contact within 3 months? Yes. Break no contact. Yes. And it's Aquarius, so maybe by Aquarius season. What are we in right now? Capricorn. Aquarius is next. So maybe sometime before Aquarius season ends. Let me know. Let me know if that I didn't even yeah, I don't know why my crown was lighting up and then I don't know, this is a maybe you two already communicate spiritually, right? Like maybe I don't know if you dream about them or they dream about you, something, or something's gonna happen like that where maybe you're gonna appear in their dream and they're gonna just be like, okay, you know what? Let me call. There's something there though. There's some kind of higher connection, right? So I mean the fact that you're asking about them, obviously you feel drawn to them. Um, so yeah, there's something there. So yeah, maybe look out for Aquarius season. You know, with a Leo, we got into an argument on Xmas and his current energy. The Leo, man, Leos. Who's known to be more stubborn, Aries or Leos? Because that's an interesting one. But you know, Leos, oh, that's the devil came out. I know the devil was trying to see, so the devil came out. Well, you could read this different ways, right? I don't know if you two have a good sexual chemistry. Maybe they're thinking about that right now for some reason, right? This was under. So that's funny, right? There's and Leo and Aries are on here, right? So that's pretty funny. I think maybe they're that's on the brain right now, but let me see what else I mean, yeah, maybe they were thinking like, yeah, if you guys fought and then you didn't spend New Year's together, maybe they were having those New Year's cravings, right? Or something like that. Or maybe you were too, I don't know. Or maybe you felt each other's energy, right? But let me see what else comes out. I felt the heart thing too, so maybe it's not just like well, it could be passion, right? Maybe there's something there. Yeah, see, look at that wand keeps coming out, so maybe there's something, I mean, I don't know if you want to know. Oh, okay. Well, when you text them, did you want something? Because if you wanted something, then why did you say nothing? You know what I mean? So if you wanted to talk about the fight or something, or why you stormed off, then you should have just been, just spit it out, right? Just said, and my heart kind of did the little glow thing when I said that. So maybe you just had to say what was on your mind at that moment, right? And I know it's normal, right? We will hold things back I get it. So, you know, because things always just they snowball, right? We gotta maybe for everybody listening, right? For 2026, if you don't want to, because I think the more time goes by, it just snowballs and snowballs, right? It becomes bigger. So it's like the saying, don't go to sleep mad, right? If you're next to your partner and you're laying down and you guys have a fight, you know, try to set that rule of, hey, don't go to sleep angry, right? Um, so the fact that you reached out is good, but then when they said, what do you want? Because I obviously it sounds very defensive or angry. What do you want? So your reaction was normal to say nothing, but maybe you should have just said, like, well, you know, oh, you did say what was okay, well, um, I think sometimes people just need to pull down, but here, I'll pull one just to see what I mean, I don't know if that's what you want to necessarily, but right now, I guess what's coming out is that I guess yeah, there is the sexual energy for sure. So that's something that's coming out. So I mean that was your question, right? Are they right? What's their feelings right now? Oh, okay. Some people get turned on by arguments, so maybe to secretly for you know, I forgot their name, but the Leo, right? I don't think you said the name, right? Oh, the Leo. Yeah, maybe after they kind of, I don't know. I guess nothing else wants to come out, so I think that's what. I mean, the devil isn't the best card you wanna. Mm. Are they really thoughtful then? Because maybe they're actually thinking about the situation. Because the Wheel of Fortune came out, so maybe they're actually, for some reason, something. Ah, okay, okay. So maybe they're starting to think about like if you guys have that back and forth, maybe they are a little maybe they're wondering, right? Like the devil, why are you too bound like that? Like why, maybe they're tired of that kind of dynamic, right? Which is something you two should probably talk about, right? If there is always a constant, right, where you keep repeating this cycle of you're good, then you fight, and it's normal to be in relationships and fight, but maybe they're starting to look at it a little different, like see if the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor or if it's just like there, it's closing something out. So yeah, I know when it's right away, right, and then the obviously this is the Leo card, right? So it's someone just sitting there. There's that wand again, though. So that's fun. Who knows? Maybe that's the advice, right? Maybe you two come together first and then try to talk about it when the anger's kind of at a chill state. Maybe it'll be a little better, right? To then try to talk about things or talk things out because that one just keeps coming out, right? So I don't know. There's something clearly I'm getting with the communication though. There's something maybe you two both need to figure out. Can you really make it work, or is it just at this point just the wheel just keeps turning and going in circles, and like you see the little devil getting runned over, right? So, where was it? Yeah, well, the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah, okay. So hopefully that helps. Let me know. Yeah, and it's okay not to take BS, and I guess just communicating it in a way. And well, that's the thing, right? If they were giving you BS, then maybe you already know the answer. That why do you feel bound to this situation if they keep giving you BS, right? But if you want to talk about it, then communicate clearly and calmly, right? So so it just doesn't keep escalating into something else. Let me see who else. Who else? Oh, I see Sanja. Did you ever ask a question or I don't know? S- did- Okay, Samantha. I remember you had asked the question, right? So will Randall be coming back after you broke your friendship? Randall be coming back after you broke the friendship. Hey, Randall, are you coming back or what? Well, there's that devil again behind. I got yes, but you could see obviously, right? It's someone with their not quite the King of Cups. I think the King of Cups is a little more emotionally intelligent, but this is someone guarding their emotions, right? Hmm. And it could be pride and ego. I don't know, right? I don't know what exactly the friendship, why it, but the devil came up behind that. So what I'm getting is that there might be pride and ego. I don't know on whose side, right? There might be pride and ego. Hmm. I feel like there's gonna be an opportunity for a fresh start, but just be vulnerable with if both of you, right? Like the devil, I know, like here, right? Both are naked, right? But the opposite is the lovers, right? Which both the lovers is really just the choice, right? Two people coming in naked, vulnerable, right? So even in a friendship, right? What in the world? I don't know why my dog's banged on the door, but let me see. I'll probably have to start. Let's see if anyone else has questions because I'm gonna have to go see why my dogs are over there banging on the door. Let me see. Is it a sign from God when you constantly fight with someone? I would say yeah, absolutely. If it's you got to see how I mean not a sign from God directly because we always got to look at ourselves. Well, why are we fighting, right? We have to have accountability as well. So, what is it that's making two people fight, right? Because if you overcome it, then you're gonna be stronger, right? You can grow past that, and you'll be stronger, right? If you can go through that. But if it's someone like yeah, if you two can't see eye to eye, then the energy you waste, you could always, I was in a situation like that once, right? And the person wanted to go to couples counseling, but they said I had to go first because we weren't married, so I had to go first, and then they could bring the other person. And well, yeah, I told the person I was like, yeah, we sometimes argue. Man, it feels like every day, like 4 hours a day or something like that. And then they were like, the whatever psychologist, counselor, I forgot what the therapist, whatever. They told me, well, think about it. They're like in those hours of arguing. You could be doing something else. You could go get a degree or something. And sure enough, we split up and I ended up getting my degree at school because those 4 hours a day that we would argue were 4 hours of classes I could take in college, right? So it was like, yeah, that person was like an angel, right? That at that moment gave me the best advice, right? So you got to see if there's something you could be doing with that time instead of arguing, then why would you stay with someone you argue like that, right? Because that means both of you aren't there's something that, there's something, right? Yeah. Once someone not being willing to compromise, and I felt all this thing in my heart like a refreshing feeling. So maybe once you let that burden go, you'll see that it actually was something that you didn't have to be carrying on your heart, right? It's a heavy thing to be carrying. Absolutely. Let me see. Anything else? Because I think that's it. If I missed anyone's question, type it now because you're in Aquarius. Oh, okay. Who will be your next future partner? Okay, let's see what sign wants to make an appearance here. Aquarius, Aquarius. Let me see. Oh, that one wanted to pop out, but let me see. Okay. I'm sure it'll do it again. Okay, that was too many. Somebody's telling me that you're gonna have a few options, but yeah, because I keep seeing, okay, there we go. Maybe maybe a Leo will be who you end up choosing, right? For the Aquarius, right? 'Cause that's the sun, right? The Leo. Let me see. But I feel like there's gonna be a few. Maybe you're gonna have an option or two because different ones wanted to keep popping up, but ultimately, I guess the Leo busted out riding a horse naked, right? Like, hey, so I think hmm, maybe it's gonna be someone you're gonna meet related to work, right? Or you're gonna be just working, minding your business, and that's how it's gonna happen, or something with their work or something. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna call in a handyman and they're gonna be like, you know, something. I don't know. Or it could be a Virgo, maybe. Maybe that's gonna be one of the options, right? Leo, Virgo, or by Virgo season. So yeah, but I feel like there's gonna be, maybe, and it always happens like that, right? You could be alone, and then all of a sudden you meet someone, and then there's other little things, right? But that's when you gotta really, don't just look at like the pretty package kind of thing. You gotta really see it. Like, who asked me earlier, right? Like they asked me if someone was interested, and what came out was that this person is someone that really takes everything into account. So maybe that's a way to be, right? Of really seeing past just like, obviously we want to be attracted to somebody, but we got to really look at the way they are, maybe the way they behave with others, different things, right? So, okay, let me see. Oh, you don't like, wow, wow, maybe that's the cosmic the the joke, right? Hey, that's the joke, right? Like, well, then maybe it'll be the Virgo, right? Who knows? But that's funny. Maybe it's someone that's gonna show you like, hey, not all Leos are bad, right? That's comedy. I like it though. The universe has a sense of humor, so maybe they'll do that. And that's gonna be your story, right? Man, I always said I hated Leos, and there you go with a Leo. So, okay. So I think I don't know if there's any. Okay, so I think that's the last two I'll read. Emily, is it Emily? Emily and Anaya, right? Let me know if I missed anyone else's because if I missed it, then I'll do it, but I'll do those last ones, right? So who was first? Emily? Okay. Will you win your appeal with the state of Pennsylvania for unemployment? Wow. I mean, yeah, it says yes. And look at that. It's like someone very authoritative, right? So it feels like the state of Pennsylvania, right? That's pretty interesting. The authority, right? Says yes. So don't make me look bad over here on Sparrow World. So yeah, okay. So will Jay the Sagittarius message you back soon and receive what you said? Will Jay the Sagittarius message you back soon? Receive what you said. Sagittarius. Jay the Sagittarius. Oh, it's almost like they're leaving you hanging, huh? Jay the Sagittarius. So they say no. Doesn't mean they won't eventually, but when you ask soon, seems like they'll just leave you waiting, right? So yeah. And I think that's it, right? So I don't think I missed any. Now let me get back to this closing one with the past life deck. I know they gave us the mother wound the other day, but that was really deep. I even got calls directly about that, right? So it was pretty interesting. I think that resonated with a lot of people out there. I put it in the short too. I saw a lot of people were viewing that short about the mother wound. So if you haven't seen that, but let's see what else. Does anything want to come out with this past life deck or? Eh, I guess not. See what deck could I use then to close it out? Yeah, nothing wants to come out. That's funny. Maybe there's too many people in the right now that it's gonna be kind of not 100% accurate, right? Or something. Or maybe it's still about that mother wound thing, right? I don't know. But let me see. Let me pull this wisdom of the elders closing message. Absolutely, Zoe. Happy New Year. Thank you. No name. So what is that? You're predicting that there's gonna be an earthquake, or what is that about? After the earthquake in Bangladesh in 2002, what do you mean? Well, me and my family. Okay. Oh, okay. Direction. Okay. So maybe right now is the time to pay attention, right? When little animals start popping up or popping in. Spirit totem animal direction 11. Maybe some of you resonate with the hummingbird, eagle, wolf, turtle. Let's see. Let's see what they have to say. Number 11, spirit totem animal. Direction. The spirit totem animal card reminds us to reflect and reconnect to the animal spirits that are guiding us through life. Your spirit totem animal is always present and can be called upon to assist you in your journey. They ensure that we, as members of the human nation, proceed through life in a spiritual manner and that we conduct ourselves positively. If you are unsure about what your spirit totem animal is, ask spirit for assistance. You can pray to receive a sign, which may appear in the form of a dream, vision, synchronistic event, or some other unique way that the spirit world can guide you to the answer. Pray that you will be imbued with a message that lets you know the answer you seek. Be patient with the process and trust when you receive a sign. Your spirit totem animal walks with you in this life down all the different roads you take. They help guide us in the decisions. They help guide us in the decisions we make and can assist us to find our way when we stand before crucial crossroads. Sometimes our choices lead to far reaching consequences, and our spirit totem animal can help us make those decisions. If you have drawn this card today, it might be the perfect time to call upon your spirit totem animal. If you are unfamiliar with yours, request a sign from spirit so that your animal may be revealed and so that you may develop a relationship with them. This card might herald an opportunity that requires direction. Trust that your spirit totem animal is there with you and allow their presence to guide you. So there it is. I know I had a dream. I shared it, right? I think I don't know if I made a whole video about it, but I had a dream about a bobcat, right? I had like the cutest little um hey Rebecca, happy new year. Hopefully you're doing well. We gotta do a live again, so let me know when you're available and we'll do a live. Rebecca is very tapped into, so we had done uh little collaboration readings, so maybe we could do another one. Oh, earthquakes are happening. My name is Sadia. Will me and my family be safe after the earthquake? Okay, but you're saying 2002, so it's a little confusing about that. But let me see. Okay, will you be safe during the earthquake? That's a pretty to the point, right? Will you be safe? Yeah. Like three cards that say yes, yes, yes. So I feel like you're gonna be okay, during the earthquake. So yeah, four cards that said yes, all flipped over. So yes, 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 yes. So looks like you'll be all right. Okay, so on that note, oh, that's your birthday. Okay, I got you. I got you. So yeah, on that note, I'll end it there. Hopefully you all have a great day. I wasn't planning to come on here today, but it was raining or it's been raining nonstop. So, you know, um, yeah, we'll see. I guess if it keeps raining, who knows? Maybe I'll hop on here later on tonight or something. So, yeah, hopefully you all had an amazing New Year last night. Hopefully today continues to bless you. Feel free to rewind this and see what the kind of collective message was. I know the first thing that came out was like the tower, right? But then the fool. So it was the tower, all the things you're experiencing right now. If you had a heavy year, it was meant for you to start something new, right? So just know the universe doesn't really make mistakes, right? Um, there really is no such thing as wrong choices in the big scheme of our journey, right? And I could feel my third eye swelling up as I said that. So, yeah, so blessings to all. Love you all. Hopefully, you are all well, and I'll see you all soon. All right.